Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today we will be reviewing Dortmund regionals that happened in Germany over the past weekend. So this tournament was, I believe, the third or fourth tournament of the regulation, and it was pretty unique in the format of Pokemon, and it's good to see that the metagame's changing a lot. And there's some crazy Pokemon that have been doing pretty good as of late. So first we'll go over the top 12 Pokemon who are right here. So this is crazy to me. How Incineroar has fallen off a little bit and is behind Primarina. Primarina is a pretty good and strong Pokemon with Throat Spray, Hyper Voice, and Moonblast coverage for fairies, since there's not that many good fairy types right now besides Primarina and Clefable. And it's crazy to see that it's above Incineroar. 32 usage is not bad in the slightest, but seeing Incineroar take this big of a fall off is pretty surprising to me. Rillaboom being in first is not that surprising, on the other hand. Grassy Terrain is so good. It heals your guys. It's neutral for both, but Rillaboom's damage output is just crazy in it. It's not even fully an offensive Pokemon, unless you want to go Miracle Seed. You can run Assault Vest, and it's good support, and it does a huge amount of damage. It has a middling speed stat that allows it to be good inside and out of Trick Room. Kingambit also being number 2 is pretty surprising. It's a great Pokemon, but number 2, I feel like I didn't expect that to do the amount of Mouse Ape running around, but that might just be on Showdown. I don't know, because I have not been seeing that many Kingambit, but I guess the pros do like Kingambit, and this is top 2, by the way. Yeah, so Kingambit being there is still pretty shocking, but it shouldn't be too shocking considering it is such a great Pokemon. Defiant, where Incineroar is and other Intimidators are around, is very good, to say the least. 1.5 attack on this thing, which already has a huge natural base attack stat, makes it go crazy. It is also pretty good inside and out of Trick Room due to having Sucker Punch, and in Trick Room it's one of the slowest Pokemon in the game, so you can hit Cowtail Cleaves and Iron Heads. It also can just straight up destroy Golden Go, who's very dominant. And Sneasler being top 3 is actually crazy. Sneasler didn't really get that much time to shine back when it was introduced, but now it's getting good with the lower power, because it has 2 main abilities that are very good: Unburden and Poison Point. Pressure is kind of trash. So Poison Point, it's Broken Move Dire Claw is what most people are using it for. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I gotta drink some water. I'm not dying yet. So you can use Poison Point combined with the Dire Claw, which is 80 base power poison. And that it has a 50% chance to poison, sleep, or burn I think it's one of those. And then adding Poison Point makes it 80% chance to get a status condition, which is absolutely crazy. And then there's Unburden, which if you put an item on it and it gets gone, its speed is doubled. So if you put Grassy Surge and then put grass Seed on it, then it has higher defense and its speed is doubled. You can also run Acrobatics there. I'm a little surprised to see it doing this well, considering how dominant I feel Golden Go is, but 25 usage is pretty good. It's good for any Pokemon, but I think it's a little worse than it's been previously, but it's still 24% usage. Golden Go is still crazy. It's the heaviest hitter ever. One of the heaviest hitters ever in this format, just in general, honestly. Then we have a Moongus, put stuff to sleep. Not that surprising seeing it there. Rillaboom's just, you can kind of put it on a team more easily. I can see why it's being used a little more. Dragapult is such a good Pokemon. It's one of my favorites to use. It is extremely fast, and if you also have Choice Band, it does a lot of damage. It has 120 attack is good, but it's better to have a multiplier on it, you know? It can also Oko, Goldango easily with Terra Ghost. Terra Ghost with it is just crazy because it stab and does more damage because of the Terra, which makes Dragapult so good. Dragon Darts is honestly a pretty well-balanced signature move, so it's good to see it. It's mostly running it. Archaludon has fallen off, which makes sense, because people are learning how to use other archetypes. With, like, Assault Vest is the most well-known, like, standard item for it. And that's, like, Body Press, Flash Cannon, Electro Shot. Draco Meteor. Yeah, this guy's very good on rain teams, but other than that, I think he actually is pretty good on his own, too. Natural Bulk Stamina is really good. 130 defense is honestly amazing. And its HP is good, but its special defense is absolutely dookie. But with Assault Vest, it, like, kind of negates that, so... Like, he's a bulky menace. And on rain teams, like, if you can't, like, stop him from getting going, it's really easy to just lose. So, yeah, Archaludon being here makes sense, but I don't see Pelipper, which is kind of surprising. So, it leads me to believe that a lot of people are using it not just on rain teams. Then we got Electabuzz, who is actually kind of crazy. With Follow Me and, like, Helping Hand and Electro Web, and with Eviolite, and Static, which you can follow me, then get the opponent paralyzed. Allows for this Pokemon to be, like, pretty destructive and support its friends. So, why'd that sound like a flipping ending of, like, a 2000s sappy movie? Oh my goodness, sorry, my bad. But it's to support its, like, friends, or, like, partners or whatever. Well, pure electric type only makes it have, like, one weakness to ground, which isn't, like, crazy, like, common. Garchomp's, like, the best ground type right now. So yeah, having that Pokemon's really good. Magmar's also good. These two are, like, pretty interchangeable for, like, team-wise. But there's a lot of good fire types right now. Not, like, too many crazy electric types now, so... Seeing Electabuzz be there makes sense. Then we have Garchomp is on here. Never mind. Garchomp is very, very good right now. I'm just saying the same things. I need to come up with better terms. So, Garchomp's attack is crazy. It's like 130, and its speed is 102, which is also very good. Ground type is very good in this format. There's so many steel types and fire types, which allows for you to have crazy damage output. And not to mention, almost half the Pokemon, like, let's see, out of the top 12, how many weak to Garchomp? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 12, not even counting Garchomp, are weak to Guard. No, and counting 7 of the 12 are weak to Garchomp, counting Garchomp. Dragon is also pretty popular, so having that is also good. It's also immune to electric, which is also nice. It's usually... It can be run with either Swords Dance or not with Swords Dance. Many sets floating around are Clear Amulet to stop it from intimidated, Life Orb, which just makes it do even more damage, with Earthquake, Stomping Tantrums, and Dragon Claws. And then Choice Bands, you just click Earthquake and, like, other moves, and it's fun. 102 speed makes it, like, higher than the average. It's not, like, crazy fast, but it's just above average, like, above average. And we got Bascu Legion, who I'm kind of surprised to see here. I thought it would fall off more of the rain teams, but people are using it in new ways now with, you can run, like, Choice Band, Life Orb, and make it just do a lot of damage with the Last Respects or Rave Crash. Last Respects is one of, like, the greatest moves ever. It's actually, like, crazy. By the end of the game, it's at 200. Even after one Pokemon has, it's at 100, which is still very good for a physical ghost move. Okay, so now we already covered all of this, so we'll go down to the top 8 teams. There's not too much info on this tournament, but right as of now, like, on a big spreadsheet, so yeah. And Garchomp winning is very good, and Annihilate not being in top 12 is kind of crazy, and it didn't really fall off because it won here, and it was on another team in the top 8. And a lot of these Pokemon aren't even on the top 12. This format is getting very unique. In the start of it was just Rain and Size Spam mostly, with, like, some Mouse-8, but it's starting to branch out, and it's actually, like, becoming a very good format. It's, like, one of my favorites, because there's a lot of new, like, things you can play around with, and more, like, not-so-good Pokemon can shine here. So anyway, down to the winning team is, for the Masters Finals, Wait, this is Masters, right? It better be Masters. I think it is, because I remember people talking about Clefable winning. We have this team, which is really good. I like this team. So, I can kind of tell what the main idea is. I'm guessing you can set up Tailwind and allow for Goldango to go fast and Garchomp to go fast. And Hydreigon is also there because you can Earthquake under Hydreigon. And Hydreigon with Levitate makes it a pretty good tool. And it's like one of the greatest Terra users. And also, there's like 2 good Fairy types right now, basically. Like Clefable and Clefairy, who don't really attack that much, and then Primarina. So it's one of the perfect opportunities to like shine right as of late. Ooh, Salamence. Oh, I'll get to that in a sec. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Yeah, so Garchomp can just be good in like without Hydreigon too. And having it like boosted by Tailwind makes it just crazy. If you get a Swords Dance up, you can just run away with the game. I don't know if this team did a Swords Dance though. I probably should have checked that, my bad, but we have Goldango, who can just deal a lot of damage, and especially with Tailwind up from one of these Pokemon, like, it's hard to stop Goldango, too, with that Tailwind. And Unaware, like, Clefable is, like, I think a little better than Clefairy right now, which is, like, one of the only times, like, ever, because Friend Guard, but being Unaware and immune to Dondozo is extremely good, and that's why most people are using it. Also, it's like Life Do, Follow Me. It's like Life Do, Follow Me, so that's a good tool I can use. Then we have Annihilate, who I was talking about earlier. It's just a good Pokemon. Defiant is so good, and it's just good into a lot of Pokemon. It is, like, around as... No, it's faster than Goldango, so you can use that to your advantage with Rage Fist and Drain Punch to get HP back. And then we have a second place team who also ran Garchomp. Let's go. And then it has Amoonguss, Incineroar, Sneasler, Goldango, Porygon 2. So yeah, this is like pretty good. This is a pretty cool team. It's like it probably has like some part. I don't know. It can definitely beat Trick Room. Yeah, I can see. Porygon 2, like it's like a supporter that usually sets a Trick Room, but with the download, it is very good. It can just do a lot of damage with that. And it's so bulky, too. You can just recover if you want and, like, try attack. It doesn't even need to run Trick Room. It can just be a supportive, like, menace. But then we have Goldango, who's, like, a pretty just good mid-speed tier Pokemon. You can, like, put inside and out of Trick Room. And then we have... This guy was Poison Touch, I remember. Poison Touch is extremely good. And also, Amarin is also good, but if you don't want to, like, have another Pokemon to set it up, it's just good on its own. Sneasler can just put so many things to sleep and this disrupt the whole flow of the battle. And Amoonguss is also there. It's also good. Because you can just Rage Powder, Spore, Pollen Puff. It's a good support Pokemon. And Dragapult team came in third with Electabuzz, which is nice. And then we had Primarina, King Gambit, Rillaboom, who's pretty common. Well, the most common. And Dragapult. Dragapult is very fast. I like Dragapult because he's fast. It's like the fastest Pokemon in the format if you're not counting the Electrodes. Another team that has a Moongus. This team seems to be Trick Room. It has Flamigo. I don't think a lot of these Pokemon set up. That's crazy. I don't know what the Flamigo's doing there. But if it came in fourth, then it has to be good. That's crazy. And Incineroar's also there. Yeah, Incineroar is not, like, falling off that much. I don't know. Like, fourth and second used it. I still have faith in Incineroar. And not a lot of Ursaluna Blood Moon I've seen, but Ursaluna Normal was also good. And people just undervalue it a lot. But it's good to see that's coming back. And then we have Sinistcha, like a pretty Rain, like Mouse Ape, Grimmsnarl, like a kind of like a bulky, kind of slow team, but that's like still setting up wise team, which is pretty good. And then we got Indeedee Male, I'm guessing that's Choice Scarf. Like, it can stop, like, priority, and this team doesn't really seem to have priority. And it has Drifblim. What? This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Like, I guess it's probably Psychic Surge on Burden. And instead of, like, Fast Tailwind, they can just set up its own expanding force and Psychic Surge, which can make it do a lot of damage. And then we have Hydreigon, who's very good. He can deal a lot of damage. This is the most crazy team of all time. Oh my goodness. You have flippin', I don't remember. What's his name? I used him. It's like the first team I built. I used him in Scarlet and Violet. This guy does a lot of, like, 180 base power boom bursts. Or it can just use, like, overdrive. It does a lot of damage, but it's really weak to ground moves. I didn't think it was too good, but clearly it has potential. And then there's Volcarona, who's pretty good. Not, like, too common, but it's probably, like, it's good Pokemon. Then you have, like, Como and Volcarona are both set up Pokemon, and that's pretty cool to see. Like, this team looks pretty overwhelming. Like, if you see this, you have to watch out a little bit, obviously. We have another Dracopult team. This one seems to be, like, pretty balance-based. No, like, speed, like, Trick Room or Tailwinds. And having King Gambit there is cool for, like, Sucker Punches and Cowtail Cleaves. It doesn't have to be that fast, considering it's extremely bulky. And another Sneasler, and Magmar is also good. It's, like, similar level to Electrode, in my opinion. They're both, like, Eviolite, Follow Me, and, like, they can do other stuff. Electrode actually gets Electro Web, which is, like, Electric Icy Wind, which is honestly really good for it. And this is a pretty cool team. And then we have this, which has a Salamence. Whoa. That hasn't been good since that, like, hasn't been, like, too crazy since that one regional. But it also has Intimidate, so you can't really, like, throw it that like, under the buff. It can be used in Rain, and this one doesn't seem to be used in Rain. So it can be used on, like, Tailwind. It can actually be pretty bulky, too, because of that. It's like Tailwind. Or you can go for physical attackers. So, yeah, that's cool. Oh, wait, we can get to see some of the items. Yeah, a lot of this. Ooh, Assault Vest. Ooh, Focus Sash. Choice Specs. I think that's, like, Tailwind. Because that's, like, borderline, like Prankster Tailwind because of how fast it is. Having, like, Toxtricity there is crazy. Life Orb. Focus Sash. I thought it would be Char's Scarf, but I'm wrong. And Assault Vest on the Hydreigon is, like, not too common, considering most of the time it's either, like, it's usually, like, setting up with, like, Tailwind or Focus Energy. Those are the most common sets, but that's a pretty cool adaptation, too. It's cool. I don't think this team was on top 10. Was it? Was I missing something? No, I don't think it was. Anyway, I don't think there's much left to yap about. So I'm going to keep it, like, short. Hopefully it's only, like, 10-15 minutes, but yeah, that's going to be the end of this video.